Nigel Farage, oh dear. We keep talking about Nigel Farage and all it really does is give him a bigger soapbox to cause more mischief, such as his latest mischief with Coutts Bank. But let's be honest, we really know the real reason why he's upset with Coutts Bank is because Coutts Bank has just, removed old Nigel's ability to offshore his money. And avoid taxation. Probably. That's why people have these private bank accounts, you know, like royalty, for instance, so they can hide their money and all. Well, Nigel Farage, oh dear. Let's talk about Nigel Farage anyway, even though it does give him a bit of a bigger soapbox. So hold on to your hats because we're about to, take a wild ride, rapids you could say, through the political roller coaster. That is Nigel Farage. So strap in. It's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride, almost as bumpy as that, crashed Cessna. Oh yeah, that actually happened, yeah. Oh, Nigel Farage, well, he has diced death on more than one occasion, not just that plane crash. But he reckons somebody tried to loosen his wheel nuts on that Volvo, which led to another crash. This man, he just won't die. No. Well, back in the midst of time, around the early 90s, Nigel Farage, he cut his teeth in politics by getting involved with the UK Independence Party, aka UKIP. The UK Independent Fascists Party, if you like. Oh yes, yeah. He was one of the founding members, the founding father, you could say, of that party. Yeah, a political love child, born out of Das Boot, and a desire to leave the European Union and suck up to Putin, possibly. Well, he'd also like to reclaim, he said, some sort of, I would say never lost. Well, he said sovereignty, yeah, for good old Blighty. Now fast forward a bit, and Nigel was already making waves, yeah, mischief, becoming a poster boy for Euroscepticism. Now he managed to get himself elected as a member of the European Parliament. I know, the irony. It is how thicker than a bowl of porridge, you could say. Well, as the years rolled on, Farage's fame, or should I say infamy, grew as he hopped from one controversy to another, usually to see his mate, old Trump. Yeah, there again. He's always portraying that frog-faced grin, and often with a pint, I know it's a half pint in his hand. Well, he was quite a spectacle, commanding attention like a political Pied Piper, you could say. Well, it's hard to ignore those yellow corduroys and his gingivitis. Well, then came UKIP's moment of glory, the Brexit referendum in 2016. Now, Farage championed the UK's diminishing place in the world, and post-Brexit 2 trillion diminishing wealth. Lovely. Well, but lo and behold, the country put the cross in the wrong box, and it was time for Farage to dust off his hands and bask in the glory of his triumph. Champagne all around, and so he thought. Well, even Farage admits that Brexit has failed. But his large bit on the side, and Widdicombe chanting, "It ain't Brexit that's a failure, it's how we've implemented Brexit is a failure." Oh dear. There's no helping some folk, no. Well, it turns out that Brexit wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. It was just flippin' unicorns. Well, the post-Brexit, or should I say post-referendum era, it was marred by chaos and uncertainty, broken promises, and political cock-blocking. Now, Theresa May in Parliament, yeah, she was pretty much blocked by everybody. Well, Alexander Boris the Pfeffel Johnson managed to unlock Parliament with his lies get Brexit done. Well, that was in 2019. Won him an 80-seat majority because people were fooled by his fluffy hair. Sad individuals that they must be. Well, that 80-seat majority, that has rapidly depleted, with every by-election result. And now Richie Sunak is Prime Minister, and even Alexander Boris Steffel Johnson's Uxbridge seat is up for grabs in another by-election. The party is, well, maybe it'll be no more. And as the realities of leaving the European Union became clearer, Farage didn't seem as jolly as he once was. He hung up his yellow corduroys. Yeah. And he found himself backpedalling and changing his tune more often than a broken record. One day, Nigel Farage advocates the baker's right to refuse service to, well, minority groups. Yeah, but then he complains when the Coots Bank, well, cancels service to him. The hypocrisy of the man-child. Well, with UKIP losing momentum, Farage decided it was, well, time to jump ship. Well, he'd already jumped ship at that point, didn't he? He had all sorts of numpties in there. Party rapidly went even more downhill than it was before. Well, Nigel Farage, he decided to form another political party. Called it the Brexit Party. Yeah. He's very imaginative, wouldn't you say? Well, the Brexit Party, it was like he couldn't resist the call of the political limelight. Yes, he's becoming irrelevant, you see. He wanted to put himself out there again. And just like that, he was back in the game. But as the years went on and the dust settled on Brexit of today, and the Brexit of tomorrow becomes even more evident, it ain't done yet, you know. Well, Farage's star began to wane. Faded, it did. Well, the Brexit Party, it struggled to find a solid footing. And it seemed like his political career was running out of steam. Oh, we nearly got there. So what did old Nigel do? Well, he appoints Richard Leys as leader of the Brexit Party. But Richard Leys is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. He's constantly making spurious claims, along with his missus, Isabel Oakeshott. Just don't hand her your WhatsApp messages. No, don't do it. No, don't do it, Matt Hancock. Too late. You already did. But Nigel isn't, he ain't a novice to failure, no. Once running for a seat in the UK Parliament, alas, it wasn't meant to be. And he lost to a man in a dolphin suit. Yes, folks, you heard me right. A man dressed as a dolphin got more votes than Nigel Farage. Quite frankly, reminds me of Theresa May, who had to stand beside Count Binface. Yeah, a man with a bin on his head. As they called out the election results. So there we have it, folks. The roller coaster of Nigel Farage's recent political journey, from founding UKIP to leading the charge for Brexit. Just want the Brexit, they said. And from a peak of fame to the depths of post-referendum uncertainty. Disaster, you could say. Well, not all is lost for Nigel Farage, since he's found his calling as a host on GB News, CBB, sorry. Yeah. Propagating hate and division. Or should I just say propaganda? That as well. Well, what say you? Please leave it in the comments down below. Because I do actually read the comments, but you probably already know. And if you want to buy us a coffee or, Patreon, the links are down below. And this chair is squeaky. I need to tighten the screws up. Anyway, it's time for me to go, as I say to tell you now. But, please comment down below. Ta-ta. Oh there, poor old Nige. He's been victimised. Poor, actually he's doing it to himself. Yeah. Because, yet again, he wants to remain relevant. Okay. Never mind. Anyone got a spanner for his wheel nuts? No? Okay. Ta-ta.